realities on the ground. What do you think are the most pressing issues here in South Africa, sir, with regards to immigration?
My name is Frank Asimbo. I'm the founding chairperson and member of the Congolese diaspora for Nelson Mandela Legacy. We as foreigners, we are not here in South Africa to build a M23 rebel groups in South Africa. No. We are here to say we want a peaceful life in South Africa in such a way that we want law-abiding foreigners. This is our view. So, please, we are not here looking for confrontation, right, but we are here for a fair settlement over the issue involving foreign nationals.
Right. Thank you very much, sir.
My name is Tabiso Mapike from Bopilong. I'm proud to say we the only township in Gauteng that has got no foreign nationals, because what we did, we chased them out of our township, because we are like, our country is full of politicians that are just talking a lot of English but doing nothing about the townships. We stay in townships that are full of foreign nationals, and these foreign nationals are taking over economy. Black townships, we have foreign nationals that has got tech shops in it. We had about 138 tech shops of foreign nationals in our township, and our township is one of the poorest township, but we had 138 tech shops that are owned by these people. And who brought these people in our townships? The government. Because are there no laws in this country that protects illegal immigration? Because there's Illegal Immigration Act 13 of 2002, Section 19, that says for illegal immigration, for immigrants to have businesses in townships, at least they must invest 5 million rand. And they are not supposed to own, or they are not supposed to run spaza shops, salons, vegetables. But these people are running all of those things in our townships. Why are we letting them to take our economy? So we want our economy back. This is what we are going. As Bupilong, we are fighting for our economy. We want our economy back. And we took it. We did it ourselves with no assistance from the government, because the politicians are just there to speak English. Right. And they don't act on whatever that they are saying. So we are sick and tired of politicians talking English here and doing nothing about us in the townships.
All right. Thank you very much indeed, sir.
Hello everyone, welcome to GNU according to CD, that is Governmental National Unity. So you see guys, the political names that are being called out by foreign nationals. This is not just the first one. There's probably 3 or 4 more that actually made commentary, and before they will make their commentary, they will introduce themselves and their political party organizations. These are not NGOs. They don't even say it's an NGO. Obviously, in your head, the only conclusion is that this is a political party that is operating in South Africa, formed by foreign nationals, whom I think in most cases, they are illegal. Now, let's talk about the Congolese guy. The Congolese guy, I don't know what he was trying to say, but I think he's basically pleading with South Africans that please leave us alone with our love scams. You know, most of the love scams that are prevalent in South Africa are perpetuated by 2 nationals. That will be the Ugandans, and that will also be the Congolese. I mean, if you listen to these stories, I mean, I don't have to send you too far. Go onto YouTube and watch videos of women that have been love scammed, mostly by Congolese as well as Ugandans in South Africa. Yes, I know the Nigerians, they do love scams, but they don't focus mostly here in South Africa. They focus more where the big money is in US dollars, like your Canadas and your USA and possibly even the UK. But they're dealing a lot with America than they are dealing or interested in South Africa. The ones that come for the crumbs are the Congolese as well as the Ugandans, and they go for these vulnerable 40-something-year-old women who are nurses, teachers. Basically, you need to have worked for government for X number of years. I think from 15 years going up, because in their heads, they're already doing those calculations about how much pension fund you are going to get when you resign. Yeah, they do the calculations in their heads. And the part that always got me is, how on earth are you taken in a dark room and then you thinking, and are you that dumb? A dead person is dead. And if you know anything about how ancestry works, they don't talk to you and you don't hear them. Like, we are not there. But this guy, he seems to be saying that, like, listen, let us work in peace. Let us scam y'all to the bone if we have to. But at the same time, he has an organization with Nelson Mandela in it. Like, seriously, if that is not gaslighting of some sort, then I don't know what is. I know there are some people say, do you even understand what gaslighting is? Listen, context is everything. I know that some people, their level of thinking is very rigid. And if you are going to speak English, English comes in different ways and you can interpret it in different ways. So if I'm going to use gaslighting in a misplaced conversation, it's context that you need to take. That's it. But anyways, I'm not there either. I'm not gonna about to start teaching English. This guy absolutely, he is already out of order, because the thing is, there's no war in Congo. And besides, if there was a war, South Africa shouldn't be his first saved country. Cannot be. Cannot be. You pass all these countries and you come to South Africa, and then you are demanding that you want to live in peace amongst the people that you are scamming, that you are doing illegal activities, and then you say, what? We should roll over and play dead. Now, let's talk about this second gentleman who says in his township there's no legal immigrants. You know what? I'll be honest with you, even in my own township in KwaZulu Natal, I believe probably I think we have two um, foreign national stores that we allowed. We allowed that because of the relationship that they've built with the elders of the community. So the elders of the community, most of whom lost their children, meaning the grandchildren that they now take care of, are the kids of their children who have passed on for various reasons, and so they are taking care of these kids. And in most cases, they earn pension funds, like the grant. And so during the course of the month, they will go to these shops and beyokolot. You know, that's part of our culture. That's it. Create a book for me, and I will come and kolot this much, or take something on credit for this much, and then at the end of the month, you read me my book, and then I pay you what I owe you. So those two stores, that is what they are doing, and those are the only ones we allowed, because everyone else did not want to do that practice in our township. And those elderly women, and you know, elderly South African women, they don't like credit. They would pay and they will not give you any excuses. If they owe you 500 rand, you will get your 500 rand. If they owe you 1,000 rand, they will give you your 1,000 rand, and still on top of that, reopen another segment of the book by taking something else that is short in the house, so they're able to feed their grandchildren. But that's an issue that also South African tuck shop owners, because sometimes the reason why some South Africans don't buy at South African people's shop is because they don't want to open their credit book. I understand, because it has something to do with stocking. We have to have money for stock. We have to have money for this and this and that. But it's something that South African tuck shop owners need to also consider, so that they don't find themselves in a situation where now a foreign national says, okay, it's fine, I'll open a book for you. Because South Africans are going to go to where the book is, right? Where they are able to take credit. So this is something that is a conversation we need to have as South Africans, as business owners in our townships that are trying to get township economy circulating in our townships. We need to talk about that. It's important, because this is how they are able to succeed in our communities with these tuck shops. Tuck shop is South African intellectual property, Black South African intellectual property, and that intellectual property, we shouldn't have given it up. We shouldn't have, but we are where we at. So I think there's a lot to be learned from the second speaker, how they did what they did, because there's another gentleman that also comes at the later stage that comes from the same township, who actually put things into perspective on the tax collection side, where he says there are 138 tax shops that were operating in the township, and he made an example. Assume that this tax shop was making 1,000 rand a week. Let's say they made more than 1,000 rand a month, more than 1,000 rand a year. How much all of that in taxes that is not going into the township economy? So, and then he further says that even crime levels in this particular township has decreased. Why? Because the new tuck shop owners, who are South African citizens, they are hiring South African youth, and they are working. They've created job opportunities for them. So there's something definitely to be learned here. And I think these are the people that needs to be blasted, so that we give them platforms to teach the rest of South African communities how to do it. Because we need, for the longest time, we've been detooled. We no longer have the tools to establish a business. We need to reteach ourselves, because for the longest time, these opportunities were stolen from us. So yeah, I think there's something there that needs to be learned, and we must humble ourselves by engaging each other. So the series continue.